I could go traditionally, so I'll start traditionally, and I'm going to say there isn't just one. At this point, you probably realized I wouldn't say just one. I admire the strength of an Andrew Jackson, who really took on the form of the presidency. A gentleman that had just lost his wife, but found the inner strength to lead the country. He did have opinions. I'm not going to say I agreed with every opinion, but he demonstrated the inner strength and qualities to hold the Union together, because there was a period of time when people were starting to have questions about the Union. And that started with Andrew Jackson. And so the quiet confidence that he had. Lincoln, and a lot of people I think would probably say Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln was a great leader. Again, I don't agree with everything that he did, but he had the stamina. And I think the idea of vision and stamina come from Jackson and Lincoln. And that gets translated into today's world. I think we could look at political leaders, and no matter what political leader I might mention, there would be somebody on the opposing side saying, well, I disagreed with this person. I'm going to say all the presidents of the United States since the 1950s have shown great strength in the development of technology and change. We've gone through rapid change in the last 50 years in the world. And I think I will look at a number of leaders. I look at the quiet confidence that I see in a number of corporate leaders. And I mentioned three, Disney. I talked about Lee Iacocca. I talked about Jack Welch. I also talked about Carly Fiorina, corporate leader. I talked about a politician, Angela Merkel. And I mentioned Merkel because she inherited Germany, and she is uniting Germany. We could take a look at the presidents as of late, and the struggle that they have gone through and the tenacity. We live now in a world of technology, a world of change, and a world of fear. And I think leaders, the ones that I would mention, have these qualities. That they understand that they have to continually deal with change. That there is no solid ground. That in today's world, change is something that we must prepare other people to be able to address. And so great leaders are helping people to deal with change. Technology. We know that technology is advancing once a year, 18 months. We are seeing major technology changes. And technology is not our friend. It's added to our day. It's not decreased from our day. So leaders must understand technology and utilize technology. And the last is that the leaders must be able to demonstrate a quiet peace. And I think we must have leaders of compassion. We must have leaders of sincerity. We must have leaders that say, this is what I believe, and help people to understand that direction and inspire people. But we've got to do it in a compassionate way. I think that leadership must be inclusive, not exclusive. What we see in this country is, especially the politicians and even corporate leaders, we see exclusivity rather than inclusivity. And I think leaders must be about including. It is never about me, it is about us. It's about the questions, and the great questions to ask is, what's in the best interest of this country? What's in the best interest of this company? And I think great leaders get into that frame of mind. General Patton was another leader. Now he was feisty and he was outspoken, and sometimes to his own detriment, but he believed you must be with people. If you're going to lead your troops, you need to be in front of them. He said things like, communication is like eggs, the fresher the better. And I think communication, the ability to be with people, the visibility, the sense of accountability, the sense of approachability, and yet common sense, but having the quiet confidence within yourself to make decisions. That's what leaders must be able to demonstrate today. And it's not easy. It isn't easy. But we've got to help and guide and promote leaders. We really must be mentoring leaders for the next generation.